Hey everybody, it's Velvet. Thanks so much for tuning in. As you can see, I have a mess on my desk. I have been working a little bit with junk journal stuff lately, and I discovered that I needed a whole bunch of tags. I had used pretty much all of my tags up, so I went ahead and used some of the packaging that comes when you get like stickers and stuff, and I cut them into tag shapes and covered the back with coffee dyed paper for the most part. These didn't need anything, so I didn't bother with these. This is not going to be a tag, it'll be like a journaling spot. And then what I've just been doing today, these are still a little bit wet, is using my Kuretake, the Starry Colors watercolors. They're pigment, water-based pigment, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I saw them on another YouTube channel, and here's what they look like. You can see I've got a couple of them wet, but they add such a nice glimmer, I guess I would say. I used my Tim Holtz, the plastic brush that he has for splattering. I'm not good at splattering. I've never been good at splattering. It's just not my thing. So I have splatters everywhere on my desk. I don't care. I mean, the desk still works. So I thought the next thing I would do is to kind of decorate these tags. This one is dry. I don't know if you can see the how it's kind of sparkly. I'm not a fan of glitter, but I am a fan of shimmer, and this has definitely got a shimmer to it. So I thought I'd pull out a bunch of my ephemera, and I have a new way of sorting my ephemera, and I have decided to go with a 3-ring binder and go package, not by genre or anything. Uh-oh, my binder came open. And the pages have come out. Now that's the problem with having a very thick binder. So I'll have to get these in. But while I'm doing that, you can get an idea of how much stuff I actually have. And it is a crazy amount. And what I've done in this case is that at the tops of these pages, some of these little pieces of ephemera want to kind of fly out as I'm flipping pages. So I've taken some painter's tape and put it over the top of the ones that seem to want to do that. I don't know why that isn't staying. So you get the idea. There, see? I was just afraid that they were going to fly out, so I did that. So I am just looking for stuff. The vast majority of my stuff here has a vintagey tan beige feel to it. So I am just going to pull out a few things that I think would work. Here's some stuff here, and it's got some sparkle to it, which I think will work well. And then I will ink some edges, and then go from there. Let's grab a bunch of stuff here. I'm not sure why these 3 are empty. I guess I turned the page before I finished filling it. I don't know. Who knows with me? So I think quite a few of the things in here are stickers. Although I do have a couple of things of die cuts, but not a whole lot. And then I wanted to find some of these clear like flower kind of things to put on them. Here's some things that I cut from some digis. I'll use those too. Yeah, I'll use a canvas, a couple of canvas stamps or something. That would probably look good. There's that. Let's go back to the front. And I think these are Tim Holtz things. And I do have a separate, I have like a 3-drawer, you know, those plastic Sterlites containers. So I have one of those for Tim Holtz stuff, but I think these were already loose in where how I used to store ephemera, and that's why, that is why they're in here. In some cases I had to split between pockets here. All right. I have a terrible habit of doing very monochromatic things. I've got to try and get out of that, but it's difficult because I just really like the look. So I think I'll focus on this one. I just want to make sure that all of the edges are actually down. Yeah, it feels like they are. So I think for this one, of course, I'm inking the edges with Vintage Photo. That's kind of my go-to. So I think we will do this. The problem is a lot of these stickers, I get them from AliExpress, and they are so hard to get off their backings. It just seems like it takes me forever. For the most part. And you know it's a sticker by the way it feels, but I mean, it's just so frustrating that you can't get your fingernails under there. I mean, I don't have real long fingernails in the summertime. Keep them kind of short because they're going to break anyway out in the yard. Oh, so frustrating. Let me see if I've got my little pick here. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. And then sometimes I just have to move on. There we go. Because I get so frustrated. I lack patience. I really lack some patience. Alright, what else can we do here? Let's do this. I thought I had inked all of the digis that I cut up, but it appears as though I got lazy and did not do that. Probably while I was separating or sorting all of this stuff, I probably could have inked everything, but I don't know. You just never know if you're going to want to, what you're going to want to use it for and whether or not it really requires inking. I traditionally like inking everything because I like to have it stand out, but it doesn't necessarily have to be inked, you know? Yeah, that works. No, this is not a sticker. I'm going to ink this whole thing so it's not like there. So that's what I did on this one here. I feel like maybe some of these can have some lace. In fact, I can glue on some lace and then take it to the sewing machine, or bring the sewing machine over here and attach it. So I think I'm going to go with that. And then probably put some lace down a side or something. Maybe use some lace for that. But for right now, I'm going to call that done. I may put like a transparent flower sticker kind of up like that, but we'll see. This is just, you know, for now what I'm going to do. Of this. Is that dry? That is dry. This is, you may recognize it. I think this is some Tim Holtz packaging. I'm not absolutely certain, but it sort of looks like it, doesn't it? And then the back is just a cut up digi that I had downloaded. So I've already inked that up. Let's see. Let's do that for some texture. How about maybe that? If we do that over there, and then maybe a tag. Yeah, okay. So let's do a little inking here. I like how they kind of made it look like the edges are torn on this sticker. It's cute. It doesn't seem to want to take the ink very well, but that's okay. And I do believe I found a spot where I can pull that sticker backing off. Yes, indeed. So I hope everybody is doing well and enjoying this summer weather. Unless, of course, you're in the southern hemisphere and you're enjoying some winter weather. It's been crazy hot here in the Northeast and very dry. The last week we did get some rain, which was much needed, but it didn't really help the grass that I planted behind our pool. It had already kind of said goodbye. So I put some more grass seed down yesterday and I'll have to water tonight. But I got close to 90 today. Today's Sunday. And for late August, that's really kind of rare. Like by now we've really stopped using the pool. We're kind of looking forward to wearing, jeans and sweatshirts again. Oh, this one's driving me crazy. And quite frankly, I am ready for cooler weather. I am not a fan of extreme heat, and 90 to me is extreme. If I had my way, I would live in a climate that was 75 year round. Does that exist? I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I would do. And truthfully, I do well in the winter here because like the winters have been fairly mild. I mean, we'll certainly still get really cold weather, but you just stay inside. You stay inside and you bundle up and you put a nice blanket on your bed and you're good. You're good. So I just really feel like we can't really complain about the occasional snowstorm up here. And I'll tell you, I have a lot more winter clothes than I do summer clothes, so I can't wait to get those out. There. So there's that. We'll call that done for now. We'll probably add to it, but we'll see. So there's one that I put just a coffee dyed piece of paper on the back. It feels like, I don't know. Yeah, there's an edge that's coming up. I used my glue stick to put the backings on these. And I just feel like glue sticks don't always work the way you'd like them to. What should we put on this? Here's one of those see-through transparent flower things. These are the ones that are so difficult to get the backings off of. I do often try and use the pokey tool when I can, but it doesn't always work. I mean, they're really lovely stickers. I just wish that they were a little easier. I do love that they're stickers because it's very, very difficult to glue down something transparent without the glue stick or showing through. So it's very good that these are already made into stickers. It's just that, ugh, thought I had it. Oh, this one is just being very, very difficult. Oh, did I get it? Did I get it? Yes, got it. There we go. I feel like my fingerprints are all over it. Alright, so I'm going to put that one there. Oh, that's pretty. And then, there's this. This is not in the least bit straight. I was probably doing this in the dark, watching TV. There. Ink it up. So I recently broke my glasses. Not glasses. This side broke right off, and it was not fixable. It wasn't, it had nothing to do with the little screw that's in there. Like, I mean, they're like 10 years old. Maybe, I don't know, something like that. And honestly, it was time to get a new pair because I've noticed at work that my trifocals are not working the way I'd like them to. And coincidentally, I broke the glasses this summer, so I have to go in and replace them. And it's going to cost a fortune. I just know it is, like $300 or $400. But I did just remember that I have, what's it called, an HSA or FSA or something, and I've got way more than that in it. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited that they will get paid for. And quite frankly, I might just get something really nice, or maybe even a pair of sunglasses as well. Just because I want to. But it's frustrating because I had to, like, I used the Gorilla Glue on this, and it's working, but it's not, well, you can see it's not sitting right. See how that's, so it's kind of making me dizzy, and also, it's not helping my eyes. It's giving me headaches, so. Alright, so I have also been making these little, like, stamp looking things. I was gonna do like a word stamp or something on these. Let me just look at my stash and see what I've got, because I've got 600 million stamps, almost literally. So here we go. We had something. Got these. So I think what I'll do is I'll glue a couple of these little stamps down. And they're not little, they're big. I wanted a smaller one, but I could not find one anywhere. So I gave up. Let's do that. Is that upside down? Yeah. I think. Oh God, what is it? Oh well. You know what? It doesn't matter. Who cares? And then I will do like this, that one, and we'll do this. So I need, what do I want? Some black ink, I guess. This is probably not the best choice because it takes a while to dry, but it's what I have at hand. Okay. There. That's pretty good, huh? complain. Got something coming off here. Now, put something else on here. Should I put something else on here? What would really look good probably is another one of those flowers. So I'm going to set this aside like I did the other ones, and oh, I got a little tear here. And then later on I will pull out some of those transparent flowers, or dried flowers, whatever you call them. So this one I really kind of went crazy with that water pigment ink, and I think you can probably get a good feel for what that looks like. It's so awesome. So awesome. Alright, I'm going to put another one of these on. See, I'm switching back and forth between my Fabri-Tac and my Bearly Art glue. I love both of them. For, you know, for different reasons. And it just really depends on how big the surface is and what I'm trying to accomplish, I guess, as to which one I use. Oops, my Fabri-Tac is leaking out. It's alright. Alright, now what do we want to put on here? Let's put this down here. Put my pin in here. And I will cut this short in just a little bit, just so that it's not such a long video. I mean, you get the idea of what I'm doing here and what I'm trying to accomplish. And how, you know, if you're having one of those days where your mojo has disappeared, which I have often, this is something easy you can do. And then you've got them on hand, you know. And I just use old book page as the covering, generally speaking, for these packaging ones that I do. They're cute. I'll probably sew around this one. Yeah, so I just use whatever. I mean, I had a whole bunch of these packaging things sitting in my bin here, and so I just said I gotta get rid of these. So I think I'm gonna put this one like this. There's that. God, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Gorgeous. Ooh, I'm gonna put this on there. Let's ink this up. This is another one of those stickers. Of course, you just saw me take it out of my book. With any luck, this backing will come right up. Yep, this one came off, so that's good. There we go. That looks cute there, doesn't it? Oh, here's another little mushroom. Probably put that one over there, or save it for something else and use maybe this. You see what I mean about the monochromatic? It's kind of ridiculous. But I am just a big fan of, you know, the beigey, brownie, tan colors. Oh, look at that. It's going to come right apart. How did I get so lucky? Like I said, this is not going to be a tag. This one's going to be, like you can journal on the back kind of thing. Just a journaling spot or something, I don't know. There's that. But that looks uneven, doesn't it? Because it is. Oh, that's not the kind of, it's not a washi sticker, let's put it that way. So, we're not going to, what else can I do here? Maybe just leave it. Maybe just leave that, and maybe put some cool lace here, some trim or something, and then call it. So, yeah, I think I am going to end here. You get an idea of what I've got going on. Yeah, that's about it. So thank you so much for tuning in, for watching till the end, for hitting that like button and subscribing. I appreciate it so much. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye.